Hello, and welcome to Mainline's The Meta, coming to you live-ish from the Mainline eSports studios here in Houston, Texas. I am your host, Chris Buckner, and next to me is my charismatic counterpart, Mr. Charles Powers. Charles?
Yeah, hey. Yes, welcome to The Meta. Dude, Buck, you smell that?
No, did you fart or something?
No, man, but you know, who smells a dealt it.
Yeah,
so
okay. I guess we're in third grade again.
I guess we are, but dude, that's the smell of spring, baby.
All right.
And you know, with spring being around the corner, that means a couple of cool things. Like, for example, most of our favorite esports will be in full swing. You've got major events coming up like CWL Fort Worth, the first ever home game in Overwatch League.
Yeah.
Possibly, actually, the first ever home game in esports ever. That's gonna be cool. That's taking place, though, in Dallas.
Boo.
That is a boo.
Charles, that's right. And you know, EVO announced their lineup of games, and one title in particular is missing. Yeah. We'll go over that and get you caught up on the esports news of the week. So sit back, relax, and welcome to The Meta. We start tonight with another story about goats. I wasn't here last week, but I do believe that this is a completely different scenario altogether. At the top 8 of Frostbite's Smash Ultimate Tournament, a man entered the premises with a goat. I guess if it works in Overwatch, it should work in Smash, I don't know. Now, it should be said that the man, Eric Brown, and his goat, named Deer, are well known around Detroit and pose no threat to the attendees. Understandably, though, the tournament administrators were thrown off by the goat and escorted both Eric and his furry little sidekick off the grounds. There were some comments that Eric resembled Smash Melee star Mango, who is known as the GOAT. The tournament finished without incident, and TSM Tweak finished in first undefeated. Tweak and his partner Mars also won doubles. The really nice thing about Smash Ultimate so far has been that no one character seems to be dominating the scene.
That is pretty interesting. It's unfortunate for little goat Deer, man.
Deer.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you know, the same can be said of its much older counterpart, Smash Melee, and that has been left off the official games list for EVO 19. It was not much of a surprise since the setups for Melee include, of course, the big bulky CRT TVs, and with the release of Ultimate, EVO doesn't want to continue to have a divided community. Many Melee fans note that EVO has previously removed them once before, and that Melee will probably come back. Everyone who was not a Melee fan, though, immediately declared the game dead.
I can't imagine carrying all the CRTs needed for a Melee tournament.
It's kind of like how I carry the show, you know?
Oh, okay.
Besides Smash Ultimate, there are 8 other games that did make EVO's game list. Classic fighting games like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, and Tekken all have their newest renditions on display. Dragon Ball FighterZ and Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle make their return to EVO, and newcomers Samurai Showdown and Under Night in Birth EXE Late ST, aka Unist, rounds out the lineup. Now, if you've never heard of the last 2 games, don't worry, you're not alone. Samurai Showdown is set to release later this year, and Unist is a niche community that has been fighting for a place on the EVO main stage, so congrats to them. I can't imagine putting an unreleased game, though, on the main stage, but I guess sometimes you have to shoot your shot.
Sure. Fortnite announced their $30 million World Cup. To many people who were wondering last year, how are they going to award $100 million in prizes in a year? This is a major part of the answer. The Fortnite World Cup consists of 2 tournaments, a singles and a duos tournament, with each having a $15 million prize pool. In solos, the winner will receive $3 million, and if you make it to the finals, you're guaranteed to make $50,000. To get to the finals, you can compete in the 10 weeks of qualifiers. Each week will have a $1 million prize pool. After the tournament is over, Epic will still be throwing weekly $1 million tournaments with various rule sets to complete their $100 million promise.
Man, look, I can't believe that if you come in at 100th place, you still walk away with $50,000. That's a hell of a guarantee.
Yeah, well, I think that they're doing some work here against old Apex, so this is kind of awesome. Yeah.
Right, they got to step their game up. I do feel like the hackers are going to be coming out of the woodworks for this one, because that is a hell of a guarantee. So hopefully they get their stuff together as far as coming out against those. Now, a few smaller stories happening in esports. Akmal has announced that he wants to sign an esports team he took to Twitter to look for his team, which is generally where all the best esports recruits, are found, where they come from.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about both Soulja Boy and Meek Mill being the most vocal rappers wanting to enter the esports space. Of course, Drake's got his 100 Thieves team. I just want a future where we get a new Def Jam Fight for New York, but instead of rappers, it's their esports teams duking it out.
Sure.
That'd be fun. Also, not to get too sidetracked here, the MLS has signed a one-year agreement with Twitch to broadcast Season 2 of the EMLS and possibly MLS team content or even game highlights as well. It's nice to see traditional sports following esports trends and not just the other way around, right?
Of course.
And finally, we do have to give a huge congratulations to the Shanghai Dragons for their first ever win in the Overwatch League last weekend. Last year was a little rough for you guys, right? Going completely winless, losing all 40 games, but this season, it only took you until week 2 to get a win. That's pretty impressive and a true testament to never giving up. Kudos to you.
Well, that is a huge improvement. Speaking of improvements and Overwatch, after the break, we will have our look at the newest hero landing in Overwatch. The meta will be right back after this.